So I gotta tell you, I'm pretty apprehensive about making this video. I'm gonna feel pretty vulnerable. It's gonna be kind of a tough one, but I think it's a pretty important message out there that not only applies to basically any like weight loss or fitness goals you have, but really anything you want to accomplish in life. And I want to talk a little bit about burnout and not getting the results you want and how frustrating that can be and how to make it through those difficult times when it feels like it's not worth the effort. Because trust me, I get it. Like fitness wise, yeah, I got things dialed in. I've been doing this for friggin' ever now. I know how to do this stuff and I get there, but that doesn't mean that I don't still experience these things in other areas of life. And honestly, like when it comes to burnout, to me, burnout is action without results. Like you're never burnt out when everything's going well. It's when you're not getting the results for all the hard work. And boy, I tell you, this YouTube channel, man, it tests me. It really tests me hard. And again, I don't want this to sound whiny or like a woe's me or whatever, but I want you to see too that it's normal to struggle and that we all have different challenges, but we need reasons why we have to keep going when you're not getting the result for your hard work. And boy, these videos, man, like they take a long time. Like I don't even know, like if I had to estimate, I'd say an average video is probably about 8 to 10 hours worth of time for me. I try to get out 2 videos a week. It hasn't been going that great lately, but that's, you know, that's around 20 hours of work to get basically no traction, like at all. I mean, I actually just looked. I got like 54 subscribers in the last roughly month. I remember last December, I took a screenshot. I think I have it somewhere. I actually lost subscribers for the month. I had like -4 subscribers or something like that for the entire month. Like actually went backwards. That is demotivating as hell. And I'm sure you can take this and apply it to any fitness goals that you have. I mean, sometimes you work so hard at something and things just go horribly, poorly, and it's just frustrating, right? And kind of going back to, it's easy to get excited and do stuff when things go well. I actually had a video that took off pretty well in June. I had this walking video that really started going pretty hard right away. And I got like 17,000 views or something in like the first handful of days, which for me, I'm lucky to get that much over months and months and months, right? And it brought some really good traction, and all of a sudden it started to have this snowball effect where a lot of other videos started to take off too by people watching other videos and it getting more traction and YouTube starting to push more stuff. So in that month, I think I gained like, you know, 500 subscribers or something like that in that month. And all of a sudden I was just routinely having videos that were getting, you know, 1, 2, 3, 400 views every 48 hours. That's how YouTube displays it, your 48-hour window. And I thought, okay, finally, here we go. I'm finally going to get some traction. I didn't expect it to just go absolutely crazy, but I thought, okay, at least it's going to be an improvement and I'm going to start, you know, actually getting some routine traffic. A few weeks passed and it came right back down to where it was before, almost nothing. I just took a look, and in my 48-hour window, my best video out of 900 and some videos gets like 50 views a day, 40, 50, maybe 60 views a day. Right? So remember, this is 48 hours. My second best video out of 900 videos gets about 20 views a day. Boy, in the past, I used to think, okay, YouTube hates me and it's not fair and this, that, and the other. I've realized that's not true. Like if my videos performed well, if people were responding well and watching all the way through to the end and watching more videos and I had good retention, YouTube would push it. They want my videos to succeed. It's just, I'm not making the kind of videos that holds people's attention. So I have to work on that. And I'm really working on it hard. I know I'm not the best. I know I'm no Jeff Nippard. You know, I don't have his editing skills and his unbelievable talent on camera. I don't have Paul Ravel's charisma and his camera presence, his delivery. But man, I feel like I should be better than this, right? Like 900 and some videos and just nothing. I'll be honest, like, man, I've had so many times where I've just been like, it's not worth it. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I putting in so much work to get absolutely nothing out of it? And I'm telling you, a lot of you guys actually help me a lot. I get a lot of comments that say, how do you not have way more subscribers? You are so underrated. You should have 1 million subscribers. And trust me, these mean a lot to me. So I really appreciate those. But at the end of the day, it's not there right now. And I'm not sure what it is. I'll keep working on it. I'm certainly open to suggestions. But all this to say, I know what it's like. I know that it sucks when you're working hard and you're not getting the result that you want. And it's gonna happen in your weight loss fitness goals. It's gonna happen. The only thing that can really keep you going, you've probably heard this before, You got to have a strong why. Why do you have to keep going? Why can you not fail? Why, when everything around you feels like it's impossible and not worth it and you have no chance, do you have to keep going? And the problem so many people have is the reason you want to lose weight is, well, I just feel a little uncomfortable. I just don't want to feel so fat, or, you know, I just want to drop a few pounds. And these things may get you started, but when it inevitably gets to the point where if it's a big struggle and it feels like it's not worth the effort, it's not going to be enough to keep you going. The things that keep people going are big reasons. I want to set a good example for my children, but it kills me. I'm telling you, it kills me to see people routinely give up and just destroy themselves in front of their children and teach them the same things. They are watching you and they're learning from you and they're seeing that, hey, like if things get hard, I should give up. Don't do that. Show them that you have to keep going. But big reasons like that. A lot of people feel like it's not worth it until they get a huge health scare and then they literally almost die and go, okay, like that was my warning. Now it's time to get serious. I hate how much we tend to not care about health as humans. Nobody ever seems to feel like they're going to get sick until they do, no matter how unhealthy your habits are and how much body fat you have. It just always feels like, nope, I'm going to be fine until something happens. And for some people, it's too late, right? Like that should be a big driver, but unfortunately it's not. But something like that, some reason that's important to you, and it doesn't have to be anything massive, just something that's important, right? For me, the thing that always keeps me going in basically anything in my life is I have a deep fear of regret. I really do. I don't want to live with regret. And whenever I get into difficult situations, I always ask myself, okay, will I regret this? Will I regret giving up when things get hard? Will I regret not taking a chance at those big scary things and all that? That's how I'm here. It's why I'm here. I'll probably do a different video at some point about my journey if that's something you're interested in. But you got to have a reason to keep going. And it doesn't mean always dieting. It doesn't mean you have to keep pushing forever. You definitely need to take breaks. You need to reverse diet. You need to be okay with being in phases. You can't only go based on seeing fat loss because it's going to end at some point, whether it's because you've reached your goal or your body's just stuck or you're mentally over it. So there's going to be a reason that you have to stop. But you have to stop dieting, but keep exercising, keep paying attention to your nutrition. You got to have something important to you. For instance, for me with YouTube, there's two main reasons I keep going, even though it's just been a struggle for years. Like I've been doing this roughly 9.5 years, almost 1,000 videos. So around 100 videos a year, roughly. All right. And I just really haven't gotten a result in that time. You know, I've got around 15,000 subscribers, but if you factor in how many videos and how long, it's not that great, especially considering I bet you about half of those actually came from a video that a client of mine did about his 130-pound weight loss transformation, and he put my information in the description, and that video went crazy. It got like, I think it was like 36 million views or something like that. So I got a good amount of traction from that, and I used to think, okay, I'm doing pretty well here. I'm getting a couple hundred subscribers a month. I thought, yeah, that was some of it. Well, it turned out it was almost all of it, because once that video died off on YouTube, so did my subscribers, just dead. For me though, two main reasons. One, I want to help people. Like I do this for a living. It's my job. It's how I make money, but it's not really the main reason I got started. In fact, when I quit my job back in 2015, I fully intended to make much less money than I did at that time. And, you know, probably just not make a whole lot of money for the rest of my life, but I'd be doing something I love and helping people. I wanted to feel like I was making some sort of difference in this world and actually helping people, right? Thankfully, it's worked out way better than I thought. So even without the subscribers, it's been a good business for me. But you know, I want to be able to reach people. And if I'm not reaching people, I'm not helping people. So if YouTube doesn't push my stuff, I'm not helping nearly as many people as I can. And even if I do get to a point where I can only take on so many clients, right? Like if I get to a point where I'm full, the way I'm going to help more people is, you know, through my information on YouTube. So that's part of it. And then the other part is I got to keep doing it because it's how I get the majority of my clients, right? Like between YouTube and referrals is basically where, you know, 90% of my clients that come from. So for me, that's a big driver. Kind of like, you know, you've probably noticed with your job, you don't feel like doing it. You oftentimes feel like it's not worth the effort and this, that, and the other, but you keep doing it. And why do you keep doing it? Because you feel like you have to, right? Until you feel like you have to work out consistently, you have to pay attention to your nutrition, have to do the stuff that's required here, it's never going to go long term. You got to take the optional component out of it and make it a non-negotiable. you get to the point where at some point you just kind of go, okay, like it's not, oh, should I go to work out today? It's, well, it's time to go work out. You don't even think about it anymore. It's just like, okay, it's time to brush your teeth. It's time to go to the gym, right? That's the level you need to get to really get where you want to be. And the more you detach yourself from the result, the better things are going to go for you. The more happy you're going to be and the less down you're going to get about things. And I'm trying to remind myself of that too. And sometimes we all need to give ourselves a little bit of perspective. For me, like, it's been a down year for sure, and actually the first year that I've actually gone backwards with things in my 8 years of business. Initially that can really get you down, and did get me down and everything, but then I go, man, like, think back to 2015. If I was told that I would be in the position that I'm in right now, I would have been thrilled. I'd have been like, there's just no way. There's no way possible that I could do that. I would have been doing backflips, right? But because I was at another level and now I've gone backwards a bit, it's like panic and fear, and you start freaking out about things and you get really down. And it kind of goes to show why you can't get so wrapped up in the result, because it's never the result that makes you happy. Most of the time it's making progress towards something that makes you happy, right? Progress equals happiness. And it really goes for weight loss too, right? Like, so many people will be 300 pounds, they'll get down to 200 pounds, and to a level they thought that, you know, they never thought they could ever get to, and if they did, they'd be just absolutely thrilled. All of a sudden they've gained about 10 pounds and now it's freak out city. Like, oh gosh, I'm going backwards, everything's horrible, I feel so fat. When it's like, well, when you were 300 pounds, you thought about being 210 pounds, you'd have been absolutely ecstatic. It's not the end game, it's not the result that brings that happiness. So it's a struggle. I'm telling you, I get it. It is a struggle. It is. It's hard. But man, it doesn't make it not worth it. In fact, the harder it is, the more worth it usually is, because man, it just brings so much pride when you finally get there. But it's just not lasting. No end goal is lasting. And it's always, okay, what's next? And that's something I got to remind myself too. It's like, I think part of my struggle is I literally accomplished every goal that I set out to accomplish back in 2015 when we completely changed our lives. And while that was amazing, and we hit that last goal of getting the house and was just absolutely thrilled, that was probably the high of my life, the highest high ever. But it wasn't too long after that, I really started struggling, because I felt like now I had no purpose. I had nothing I was chasing after anymore. Even though I had accomplished everything I wanted to, I moved where I wanted to move. I'm doing the job that I love. You know, I'm making more money than I thought I ever would have made doing it. You know, my family is amazing. I struggled in my Monday through Friday gig because I just wasn't passionate about anything, because I wasn't working towards anything anymore. So I know this is long-winded as hell, and at first I wasn't going to make it because I was like, one, I didn't want to feel like I was whining and complaining, but two, I was like, oh, well, nobody's going to care about this video, nobody's going to watch it anyways. But then I'm like, well, wait a second, nobody watches any of my videos anyways, so why would I care about this one not performing well? You know what I mean? So, and at least this way I can get it out, and I don't have to do a lot of editing with this one. And you know, I've actually been pretty sick. I was really down, so I wasn't going to get a video out this week, but now I should be able to. So I literally don't think I've missed a video in like 3 years or something like that, in terms of like a week by week basis, maybe one somewhere. But you know, it's about that consistency, and you know, when things aren't going well, we got to take a look and go, okay, like, where can I improve? And that's really what I've been trying to do lately, is go, okay, like, what can I improve on? You know, I'm trying to cut out anything that doesn't need to be in my videos, you know, stop being, you know, redundant and repeating things. I'm trying to speak more normally. I try to pre-plan my videos so that I don't miss anything, but when I do that, it can sound kind of forced and kind of robotic a little bit. I get that. I think that's a little bit of a turnoff for people. So this video is probably actually better for that, because I'm just kind of speaking from my heart and nothing's pre-planned. I didn't make any notes, any bullet points or anything for this video. I'm just talking. And let me know too if like you feel like this is a much better delivery than what I usually do in my actual videos, because I'm open for feedback. Like, any feedback you have for me and how I can improve, I'm here for. You just be nice about it. I don't like, I'm all for constructive criticism, but you know, people are just rude for no reason. I don't deal with it. Like, I don't get a whole lot on my channel in terms of like rudeness and trolls and stuff. And if I do, I just block. Like, I am quick with that block trigger. I don't have time for negative vibes and bad people in my life. Like, you can disagree with me and that's fine, and we can have a little debate. But if you're going to be mean and nasty about anything, block. Done. I'm done with you. Like, why let that negativity in your life? So anyways, I hope this video helped a little bit. If you're struggling, I get it. I know it's hard. Keep going. You will be happy that you did. You got to ride the waves. You got to ride the waves of life, and whether it's good or bad, this too shall pass. I mean, 100%. Good times never last, bad times never last. So just thrive during the good times, survive the bad times, And if you keep going, really good things will happen. But if you keep giving up because things get hard or it feels like it's not worth it, you'll keep coming back. You always do, right? Like anytime that you've got frustrated with weight loss and stop and gained a bunch of weight back, what happened? You came back again, right? So you keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. Stop. You've probably heard this saying before, right? If you're tired of starting over, stop quitting. I kind of don't love that saying, but at the same time, it's kind of true too, right? Like, don't fall into that perfectionist mentality or that it's only worth the effort if you can see fat loss and things are going well. So anyways, I'm rambling. I will end this. I'll put up some videos. You should watch them. but appreciate you. For those of you who stick with me and watch all of my videos and comment and like and watch all the way through the end, it's a huge help for me. I really do appreciate it. Keep at it, and I'll have a new real video for you next week. All right. Peace out.